Hey friends, welcome to the channel. Friends, in our journey to learn MongoDB queries using Mongo Shell, we are continuing today with the comparison operators. Comparison operators are pretty easy to use and most of us are already familiar with them. If you go to this page called mongodb.com, on the left hand side you will see all the comparison operators available to be used in MongoDB queries. For example, we see there are equals to operator, greater than operator, not in operators, and less than equals to operator, and all these. So without further delay, let's jump into the Mongo shell and start using all these comparison operators to build a better understanding of how to use them while writing the MongoDB queries. Okay friends, so we will start with the equal to operator. I have created a collection called inventory, and in this inventory collection I have inserted few records. So as you can see that there are a total of 5 records, and these records just contain the item name and item code and the quantity, and there is a random tags in each of these records. So we are going to use the equal to operator to demonstrate how we can find a record using equal to operators. So let's run a very simple query to make our understanding clear. I will write db.inventory.find and we'll use quantity to implement our equal to operator. So I will say where qty is greater than let's say greater than 15. So because I have used quantity greater than 15, I'm expecting that this record should be excluded, and these 25, 30 and 20 should come in our output. Let's hit the enter, and that's right. I see 3 records, the first one having quantity as 20, the second one having a quantity as 25, and the third one having a quantity as 30. So the record having the quantity as 15 has been eliminated. Okay, let's understand the greater than operator with another example. I have created another collection called inventory2, and in this inventory2 collection I have inserted 3 records. Similarly, we are going to find any record, let's say, that is greater than 10. So we will write db.inventory2.find and where quantity is greater than 11. We'll run this query, and you see that we received 2 results. Here the quantity is greater than 11, and here the quantity is greater than 11. So the one where the quantity was less than 11 has been excluded from our query. Let me clear the screen now. Now the third query that we are going to see is actually important one. We will use greater than operator to find our matching criteria, and then we will update our record based on that. So what we are going to do is that we are going to find this fee. Wherever the fee is greater than 2, we are going to update the price, which is not already included here. We will create a new field called price, and we will update that price to 9.99. So let's go ahead and write our query. So our query will be like this: db.inventory2.update1. So now we will provide our search criteria, which will be carrier dot fee is greater than 2, and after this search criteria we have to provide a function called set. This function will update the price as $9.99. So what this query will do? This query will update one record, the first matching record, where carrier dot fee. this is where we are running our matching criteria. So when carrier.fee will be greater than 2, it will find the first matching record, and then it will set a price of $9.99. Let's execute our query and see the result. And before executing, just pay attention to the inverted comma that I have used in carrier.fee. And I have also removed a $sign from here. Let's execute our query and see. Okay, so as you can see the result, because we were using update 1, so it has matched count as 1 and modified count as 1. So if I clear my screen now, let's not clear the screen, just write db.inventory2.find. Okay, so you should see here the price has been updated and there is no price fees in other record. We can run the same query again and it will now update the next record. Let's change 9.99 to 10.99 and hit it again. And if I run my query again, you now see that we have a price of $10.99 updated. Earlier it was having 9.99 and now it has 10.99. There is one more interesting thing that you can do. Instead of using update 1, we can change it to update many, and it will update in all the records where this matching criteria is true. See, it has updated in both these record as price as $10.99. Now one thing that I did incorrectly was that I was supposed to use GT operator, and if you go back, you will see that at many places I have used GTE. That is my fault. Actually, GTE is greater than equals to. I am used to using GTE, and that's why it just skipped out of my mind that I have to use GT. But it is both are similar. You just need to understand that if you use GT, which is greater than, it will not include 2. If you use GTE, that is greater than equals to, it will include 2 in our search criteria. That's pretty much all of us are already aware of. Okay, great. So now that we have seen how to use greater than or greater than equals to, we can use the same thing in less than and less than equal to. So let's clear my screen and let's use db.inventory2.find to display all my records. Now this time I'm going to use less than or less than equal to query. So db.inventory2.find, and I will give my search condition. I will say where quantity is less than 50. So let's say quantity $LT 50, and it should give me now this one and this one as my search result. And that's what you get. This one which has quantity 30 and this one which has quantity 10. Both of these are less than 50. Instead of 50, if I use let's say 30, then it will give me just one record, which is 10. Great. And if instead of LT I will use LTE, that is less than and equals to, it should give me the result of both these 30 and 10. Here you go, 30 and 10. Again, we can use we can create our query to update the record based on our search criteria. So I have again written my same query, db.inventory2.update1, where career.fee is less than equals to 2. So if I write less than equals to 2, I know that one of the record will be this one, and let me see if there will be other records as well. No. there will be just one record which will match this criteria, and this time I will say set the price as 20, and let me run this query. Okay, so one matched and one updated, and this is how my inventory 2 collection looks now. I think this was pretty simple to understand. In case you have any question, you can just drop me a note. Perfect. So let me clear my screen now, and let me jump into equal to operator. So we just now learned about greater than and less than, greater than equals to and less than equals to. Now I just want to see a couple of examples of equals to operator. So I will not use inventory 2 now. Instead, I will use just the inventory collection that I have created. So this is how my inventory collection look. It has 5 records. And by the way, if you see that why this underscore IDs are jumbled, that's my fault, because that's how I inserted this document and that is why it is jumbled. But anyway, you can use something like sort on underscore ID and it will be organized. So I'm using sort on underscore ID. 1 means sort in ascending order, and that's what it has done. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, great. So now we are going to learn about equals to operator. So it is again very simple. If I write something like db.inventory.find, and what I'm going to find, where quantity qty equals to 25, and it should give me 1 record. You see, it just pulled 1 record. Similarly, if I can run another query, instead of quantity, I can use where let me try to find where tags is equal to a. So I will write tags equals to a, and I'll hit it, and it will give me all the records where there is a inside a tag. So we can also use to find multiple tags together. So I will write db.inventory.find where tags equals to a comma b, and we should get some result. Yeah, so it has pulled all the records where there is a tag of a and b both. You can also use multiple condition with the equal to operators. For example, if I write something like db.inventory.find, and this time I want to go with this where item.name is xy. So let me write something like this: item.name is equal to xy. It should give me all the record that has item.name as xy. That is just 1 record, and that is why it has given me an output as just 1 record. You can just scroll back and you can see here this item.name AB, item.name IJ, item.name XY. This is where we run our query, and item.name MN. So anything. We can also run something like item.code 456. There are 2 records with item.code 456. Let me try running this query. So I will write db.inventory.find item.code equals to 456, and see, it has given me both the records that contain item.code as 456. In the find condition, you can write multiple condition separated by comma. For example, let me write something like this. So where item.code is 456 and quantity is equal to 30, so qty is equal to 30, and it will just give me 1 record. You can also write this qty something like this. I don't know, but many people prefer this approach where they write quantity and they write equals and then they write 30. It will give, I think I missed a bracket. Yeah, it will give you the same result. So that's how simple you can use the equals to operators. So another item to know when using equals to operator is how to use the regex expression. So let me pull my inventory true collection. Okay, so here is my inventory true collection, and I would like to use regex expression on the items. So let's create my query. I will write db.inventory2.find, and in my where clause I will write item, and then I will give a regex expression. In MongoDB you will use regex expression like this. I hit enter and I can see my results. You can also make this case insensitive by applying an I here. If I hit enter, it should give the same results. If I change this N to capital and then I hit enter, it should give the same result because I am using a case insensitive expression. However, if I remove this, you will see that I will not have any results because nothing in capital nuts matches with this nuts, and that's why I don't have any results. Another way to use regex expression is to type something like this: inventory2 dot find where items to $regex nuts, and this will give you the same results. So it's up to you whatever you want to use. I prefer this approach, and most of the time I will use I to make it case insensitive, because when you are working on a real database and when you are writing a regex expression, you don't know because there are thousands of data, you don't know how exactly the data exists, whether it is in capital, whether it is in small letters, right? So this I would suggest is the preferred approach. Okay friends, so now we will jump in to see how to use $in operator. I will clear my screen. I've created a new inventory that I have named as inventory3. So let's quickly pull up that inventory. Okay, so this is how my inventory3 collection looks like. If you notice, this time my collection contains a field called tags, and it has arrays. So in operators are used as comparison operator when there are fields that contains array. So let's write a simple query and see how it works. So I will write db.inventory3.find, and I will use tags because tags is the field that contain array here, and I will write $in, and then you have to use this square bracket and because this is character, so in inverted quotes I will write school. I should hit enter. Okay, so now this is giving me all the results where tags contain school in its array. So if you notice, it has given me basically all three of these. Let me change and make it office or storage, and now it is giving me two results that contain storage. You can also use regex expression inside in. For example, I can use something like this. And it should still give me the result. You can also use multiple regex expression. For example, I can use something like school sch, and it should give me the results. Yeah. Another case of using in operator is when you pass multiple values inside an array. For example, I can use home, and then I can use let's say office. So I am passing two values, and it should give me all the records that has either home or office. Remember, this in operator work as an OR. So now here you see all the values that has either office or home in their tags field. So that's how simple it is to use in operator. I will clear my screen here. Similar to in operator, we have not in operator, which is written as NIN. For example, I have just pulled the earlier query that I wrote, and if I write NIN and then I have passed the value of home and office, and if I hit enter, it will give me no result because all of these tags have at least home or office in them. So let me remove one of these and let's try on home. So now it is giving all the values wherein tags does not have home. So see this one, it has a school and office, and this has office and storage. It doesn't have home, and that's why it is giving me these two records. So NIN is opposite to in operator, which is called not in, and it will work in arrays. You can use regex as well, as we used in our previous example. For example, let me change this to a regex, and it should work perfectly fine. See, you have the results. Perfect. Okay, so the last item in comparison operator that I would like to show you guys is $NE. I have created a new collection and I have named it inventory 4. So let me quickly pull inventory 4 and show you guys how it looks. Okay, so this is inventory 4 collection, and we are going to see how to use $NE. So I will write db.inventory4.find, and here I would like to show all the record that doesn't contain quantity as 50. So I will write quantity QUANTITY $NE 50. Okay, and now you see that the record having quantity 30 and record having quantity as 10 are given as output, and the field having quantity 50 has been omitted. So if we come to MongoDB documentation page, you will see that $NE selects the documents where the value of the specified field is not equal to the specified value, and it is same to the $NIN that we learned for array, and this includes document that do not contain the specific field. Right, so that is how $NE is used. So I hope this video helps you understand how to write and use basic comparison operator while creating MongoDB queries. We'll come up with more videos. If you like the video, I will request you to please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content, I will request you to please consider subscribing. Thank you for your time. See you in next video.